Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I'm your Dungeon Master Dragon, and the players are.
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon Miacc, who's a human fighter from an asteroid close to Brow.
Hi, I'm Cozy Cat Gamer MC. I play Darrakar. He is a Minotaur fighter from Brawl.
Hi everyone, I'm Dakami-sama and I play Solas Ebha, who is Half-Elven Cleric Mage of Ogma, and I wish hyvää juhannusta to every Finn in here.
Oh, only the Finns. Oh, rude.
Rest of
Hi,
you don't celebrate it.
Hi, I'm Diamond Worm, and I play Lankas Skipzaggle, an illusionist thief tinker gnome from Kryn.
Hey, I'm James. I play Ockar, Human Paladin, and Cleric of Tyr from Brawl.
Hello, everyone. I'm Salen Motor. I play Finnel'ar Mohani, a Druid from Grayspace.
Hey there, I'm Zakhan. I play Lafdul Moonglade, an Elven specialty priest, and occasionally a thief. That makes him a multi-class. His gimmick is coming out with fun titles every week. So his current title is Whimsical Wisecracking Wingman, because,
So,
Read
if you're occasionally a thief, does that mean that you're also occasionally a specialty priest? I thought you were both at all times.
I'm just leaning to, I'm a priest, I'm not a thief. What are you on about? Nothing.
So we left off last time. Actually, before we do that, for those who wish to give their favorite player or dungeon master a bit of a boost in the game, 500 bits will get a reroll. Currently, Braxon has 1, Finn has 2, Ockar has 1, Lafdul has 3, Darrakar and Solas have 2, Lankas has 5, I, the Dungeon Master, only have 14. We left off last time.
You use those to get to your lucky number, don't you?
I should use one, yes. I should use one, especially when it applies to a very important situation that will save the big villain from a nasty attack from one of you guys. Yeah. I should definitely do that. So we left off last time. The party has closed into within about a 4-hour hike to the tower, the final tower, and set up a camp. You've got a bit of a cave with a big overhang, so you're well hidden from the tower itself, although given the nature of it, some people on watch will be exposed from people, coming the other way. That's the nature of it. But especially your exact numbers will be very difficult to determine. You decided to set up the camp here. There is another spot closer in that I think some of you were planning to go to the next day while leaving the dwarves here, and maybe some others.
We were going to scout it
yes,
out, me and Finn, as I was doing other things.
I was getting to that. You've set up camp basically late afternoon, moving on to early evening, so it's not even dark yet. And Braxon, you were going to look around for a spot to use your spyglass from, and Lafdul and Finn were going to be doing some scouting.
Yeah.
Was there anything anyone else thought of that they wanted to do while setting up camp, or before getting rest and deciding on
swapping out my chairman
watches and stuff? You're swapping out what? I'm sorry?
I'm swapping out my chairman and putting on my braces because I work in polymorphy. If a stray arrow goes my way,
alright,
better than 10 armor class.
I mean, you would have whatever the armor class of your form is.
Yeah.
So, Braxon, the spot you find, you probably don't want to be pulling out the spyglass just yet because of the setting sun. It might reflect on the lens. Once the sun is down, you're not going to have to worry about that.
Okay.
There isn't going to be enough starlight and moonlight to do anything in that regard.
All right. Is there a different direction Braxon could look in? Or
I mean, yeah.
That might cause the same problem in another direction.
Well, I mean, like, there's towards the tower, and then there's any of the directions that's not towards the tower.
Yeah. So I suppose if I point back where we came from, as long as I'm low,
Mhm.
I might be able to see the path we came from.
Yeah,
you said
and
the last time, I think you said the dwarves were following us.
the dwarves were what? I'm
The
sorry?
main army? Wasn't the main army following
Yes,
us?
Yeah.
they're also back.
Okay, yeah. Braxon will have while he's waiting for the sun to go down, and looking behind him occasionally without the spyglass. He'll have a look at the dust trail behind us
Okay.
and see if it looks like anybody's going to investigate it.
Not right now, considering that the sun is up. You would guess that like it's not hidden. There's nothing that the dwarves can really do to hide that. You would guess that will be investigated tonight after the sun goes down.
Yeah.
But
They
looking
play around with the idea of killing any scouts that go flying out.
well,
They
that's
just
assuming
didn't
that
return.
that's assuming that they
Yeah.
go over you.
Yeah, obviously it's some location. I will keep an eye out for them as they're flying towards, see if I see any scouts.
Well, so Braxon, looking through your spyglass back towards the dwarves, you can definitely see the mass of the army. And they are still marching. You'd guess that they're going to march until either, closer to sundown or actually sundown.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking dwarves don't. It's only from exhaustion that they would ever stop because they can see perfectly well in infravision.
It's
Regular
not
animals
perfectly
can't,
well. It's
though.
only 60 feet.
Yeah.
I mean, at night, moving around, it's actually a lot better to just use normal vision rather than infravision. Because you can generally see a lot farther. If it's a clear night with stars, maybe a moon, you'll see a lot better. I mean, maybe once you're in a fight, switch to infravision.
Yeah.
But if you're just moving around,
normal vision's also better for seeing undead, isn't it?
there's no actual rules about that. All right, so
completely heatless.
Is there any? Are you looking for anything in particular back towards the dwarves right now, Braxon?
No, not really. Anything that looks out of the ordinary. Bearing in mind that Braxon isn't the groundling, so
yeah, you're not seeing anything
his
obvious.
idea of out of the ordinary might not be perfect.
Yeah, you're not seeing anything obvious.
Mm-hmm.
There's an army of druids coming towards the dwarves because they're unhappy with the dwarves destroying the environment.
I mean, dwarves are doing their best to not harm anything. They have no reason to. They're just marching. All right. So Braxon, the spot for viewing the tower is fairly exposed. You're not too likely to be spotted from the tower once the sun goes down, but anything flying above you would have an easy ability to see you because there's no cover there.
Is there anything about like a bush that Braxon could climb underneath?
Not really.
I know there's no trees. I remember that from last time.
Yeah, this is a pretty barren area.
Yeah, Lafdul keeps the Zakhan, the player playing Lafdul, keeps forgetting that this is quite barren wasteland, mountains.
I mean, there's scrubby plants and stuff like that, and small grasses, moss, and stuff like that, but nothing that you could hide under at a spot that would give you advantage on the tower to use your spyglass on.
Okay. Well, Braxon will use his eyes to scan the skies and if he sees anything in the air, he might crawl back to the overhang.
So you're going up before the sun goes down to look at the tower?
Well, he's not going to look at the tower because you said the reflection caused the problem, but he went out and had a look around.
Okay.
I guess I could just pop back and wait.
Yeah. I mean, like going around and surveying, looking for a good spot, a good vantage spot, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'd do a bit of that then.
Okay. Lafdul and Finn. What do you want to do on the scouting trip?
Side note, Finn, do you want telepathy when we get there or en route? Because I've got 2 memorized.
You might want to do it en route because I'm planning on going as a mountain lion.
Oh, you're going along the ground. I guess I could take a mountain lion form. How familiar? Lafdul knows about Akashi, but I don't think there are any other big cats on Evermeet. It's the only cat form I think he might be familiar with.
You've been around
I've
long
seen
enough to
panthers, I
know
think.
about mountain lions.
And then I'll take on like a cougar form, I guess.
Well, mountain lion.
Oh, all right.
Cougar would not be a like. You want to be a mountain lion in this area.
Yeah. Well, being someone who is a native from that, I wouldn't know the difference. So, player, not the character.
So, Finn, you're going to take a mountain lion form and go overland?
Yep.
Okay.
I guess I'll cast.
That will take a little bit longer to get to scout around. Let me ask this.
That's fine. It gives me a better feel for the terrain. So.
Okay. So the two of you, what is your goal here? What do you want out of this scouting trip? Finn, you first.
Mainly so that our path to the next campsite is well known and make sure there's nothing that's going to surprise us along it.
Okay. And Lafdul?
Potentially. I wanted to scout for patrol routes go around the tower, not anywhere in it or near the wind buffering. I'll be doing that invisibly because I can activate my ring before polymorph.
I mean, if you take it, if you're in an animal form.
Yeah, I'd have to know
native
what
animal
animals. Yeah. If I can, I don't need to take that risk anyway. I can just be invisible anyway. So. Yeah, but I want to take a note of potential what facilities they have. You know, like if they've got anything outside the tower, like a stage camp, or like an area, like an area before you come in and out of between, like
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. So you are probably going to want to take a bird form to get to because you have what, 3 hours on your.
Yeah, I've only got 3 hours, so I need to get there relatively fast. So I need to find a location. Cast telepathy. I would have to find Finn a mountain lion somewhere, but I have to guess that's Finn. If you've got like a certain coloration or something, I'll try and memorize it compared to other mountain lions. But I mean, the whole point is to blend in. But
I mean,
That's
the two of you.
why I was taking native fauna.
The two of you could agree to meet at the other campsite at a certain time.
Yeah, and I can cast telepathy on him if he's still on a cat, as long as I don't get eaten by me casting telepathy on a wild mountain lion.
You just have to have a password in Meow language.
So the two of you discuss.
Yeah, no, I'll cast.
I'll make sure to have a very distinctive fur pattern.
Alright, something that I know is slightly different than everything else. Oh.
And is there like time that you want to meet, or some other way to make sure that you guys, because like the reason I'm asking is that Finn, as a mountain lion, he's going to have an easier time getting overland, but he's still going overland. If you take a flying form, Lafdul, you're going to get to that area a lot faster. You will have time to like look at the tower and stuff like that, but you still need to like decide on meeting up and stuff like that, if that's what you want to do.
I mean, if I do the fly around scout, I should be able to be done with scouting by the time Finn makes his journey to camp location. So then I can just relay what I learned to him. I can cast another telepathy on him at that point.
That
I mean-
works because that way I can scout the whole path, and you can scout the tower in that area.
Also
Okay,
get a closer
so
look at the crystal.
So basically, once either of you finish your thing, you will wait at the other campsite until the other one arrives.
Yeah.
Whoever gets
I
there
will-
first, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Correct?
As far as
Yep.
I know, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Lafdul, you're going to take a small bird form or a large bird form. What are you going to do?
I ask for what kind of form did you take when you were flying around the tower? Because obviously, if I chose like a rain, it would just get blown over.
I
I'm not going
think I
near
went
it,
with-
but
I think I went with an eagle,
eagle.
if I remember correctly.
I'll take an eagle form.
Okay. All right. So, Lafdul, you start winging your way towards the tower, and Finn, you start pawing along the pathway that party plans to take, and start getting your scouting underway.
I would have cast the first telepathy, and that would have lasted 28 minutes.
That's fine.
It's probably going to wear out on the journey.
So Finn, what are you keeping an eye out and a nose out for right now?
Any creatures along the path that might be a problem,
Mhm.
or any dangers in the path, like deadfalls or loose rocks, anything like that.
Okay, give me an intelligence check, please. Okay. All right. You make note of a few minor hazards along the way. Nothing major. You can definitely smell some like the signs of other mountain lions, but you very much doubt that they would go after a whole party. They would stay away, a large group of people. If anyone gets separated, that might be a problem, but even then, people are pretty big. But you make note of these things. But other than that, the pathway is fairly clear. You do, mark out, like maybe claw some things or move some stones in a specific way to indicate to yourself or the other party members good ways to go that have better protection from sight and things like that. But other than that, it's fairly uneventful as you make your way to the next camp. Lafdul, are you going to basically head straight towards the tower and then circle around it, kind of
Yeah,
thing?
because I'm on a time limit, so
Okay.
got
All
3
right.
hours. So.
And what are you looking for specifically?
At the moment, I'm just going to do a circuit around, see if anything immediate is new, I guess, compared to what Finn said. I don't know. Maybe there's some people outside or something. if nothing strikes me out like that, then I'll try to see if I can figure out like what do you call it? Guard patrol routes, places where they congregate or seemingly come in and out from. You know, which ones are more common, which ones they generally just don't go out of. You know, maybe there's like a door that no one uses or something.
Okay. Since you only have 3 hours and it is late afternoon, you're not sure how much you're going to see of that, but you do you do kind of like eye it and see what you can get out of it. How close are you willing to go to the tower, towards the tower?
Once I notice that I'm being affected by the winds, I'm backing off. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
If I notice like a you know, like a funneling effect as I'm being pulled in and I'm backing off from it, I'm not gonna try it.
No, the winds don't seem to pull things in.
I assume it's like a tornado or something. If it's going round in a circle, it's gonna vacuum in a way, pull things in.
Yeah, except it's magic, so
Oh.
it doesn't do that. In fact,
That
as you're flying towards it, it's more like there's a pushing effect.
was repelling then.
It's more like the you can tell as a bird, because the winds are spinning around this tower. There's actually like bits of wind that is blowing off out of that spiral, and so you can feel that kind of buffeting you as it comes off and fades into the regular wind patterns around here.
I guess at that distance, how much can I see of anything in general, whatever distance this is?
Well, you don't have enhanced sight because you're using
No, I
polymorph. It's just normal sight. You can definitely get a good view of the architecture of the tower itself. There are the 3 kind of small towers sticking out the sides, kind of thing. You do see 2 makeshift docks, obviously for small spelljamming vessels. They're very makeshift. It is very obvious that a ship has to hover there for that to be useful. So this is not like a permanent structure for spelljamming.
That allows people to undock, essentially.
Well, it's basically very quick loading and unloading,
Snout, sorry.
and you know, maybe a meeting and stuff like that. Transfer crew if necessary. But it is very much a pull in and after a few hours pull out kind of thing.
Do I have any capacity to assess how difficult the tower is to climb for, I guess, rogues, being someone who does scale buildings occasionally?
You don't think there would be like it wouldn't? It's not easy. It's not easy, but it's not hard. We'll put it that way. It would be an unmodified climb walls roll.
Right, but there are occasional handholds that.
Yeah, it's just standard stone built, stone masonry. You can see the you know, places where you can get your fingers in between the stones and the mortar and stuff like that.
I see like potential grappling locations, like grapple hooks?
Plenty. Because it's hard to say exactly how many floors up, but roughly halfway up, you actually have like this open promenade around the tower, and there are columns. So you could certainly tie a rope around a column very easily, and there's a low wall around the whole thing that a grappling hook would easily be able to catch onto.
And how far down is the descent or ascent? Going up or down, I guess.
100 feet, give or take.
Oh, right. Doing a bit of ropes, maybe. Can I get any view of the crystal at all? I mean, it's a big glowing orb kind of thing or something.
You can go up pretty high and get a kind of an oblique angle view on it. You can just kind of see it sticking out over the sticking out in the center. It is a large red crystal of some sort.
Can I make a really difficult gem cutting proficiency check to identify or appraisal to see what kind of gem?
No, you need to study something up close for that.
Oh. All right. I was hoping I could play the odds.
But I mean, with gem cutting, you'd be able to determine where to strike to cleave it.
Yeah, well,
even if it's not valuable.
Yeah. It's about. Well, I was hoping to relay some information to party members, depending on what type of crystal it is. But what can I see around the tower? Can I? Because I know the dwarves are coming. Can I see any kick up of dust?
They've probably camped by now.
Alright. They look like they would be using campfires, or they at least trying to hide it.
They know that there's no hiding, but they're also not doing campfires because that would give numbers away. At least they're not doing campfires that are easily visible.
And this architecture looks elven in design.
It's definitely reminiscent of elven design architecture, yeah.
Is it like a weird elven to me though?
There's just differences.
It's like elf adjacent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just trying to think.
Oh, Finn would have asked you to get as precise a location of the crystal as you can.
So it is, in that regard, it is dead center at the top.
Because I have used Call Lightning before, and I assume he has gone over the potential plan. Does it look like there's any obstructions that would interfere with a lightning bolt coming directly down onto it?
No, there's nothing above it.
Alright, so it's got a clear view. Can I see anything? Oh no, I guess Finn would have seen that. What's holding up this crystal? Is it just floating?
If there's anything, you can't tell. So what you can tell is like you've got the very top floor of the tower. There's a lot of open space. So the top floor of the tower is forms a ring.
Oh.
So a torus. So there's an open center, and outside of that are open floors with more low walls around it. So like there's a lot of warriors could be up there firing down at
got like parapets or something.
Yeah, but no parapets, but no crenellations. It's just a smooth wall all the way around, rather than the morions here and there. You could definitely tell that they're counting on the wind to give them the most protection there. But the top floor is forming this ring. Probably rooms, hard to say. You can definitely see windows and doors. But in that center there, you can see the crystal. It's not really sticking out above the floor, the top of this last ring, this last floor. But if you're standing on the ground, you can definitely see it. Like the top of the crystal would be like head height of someone standing on the floor of that final level.
Looks out a little. Oh, I had a question in my head and I just forgot it now. What was it? Damn it. I two questions about two potential spellcraft checks.
Mhm.
One, is there anything? One's a bit of a stab in the dark because I have spellcraft and I know Finn didn't. Is there anything about this crystal that stands out to me that at least I might be able to think about because I have spellcraft that I, the player, am not thinking about, but the character might know? That's one.
Not really.
All right. Two, can I tell whether or not spells going through the barrier would still go through if they're just site based?
Okay, so anything that could be disrupted by the winds.
Like a fireball, it still has a little bead that travels to that area.
Right. And once it explodes, the burst of the fireball could be affected by those winds. Something like a lightning bolt also might be affected by those winds. But something like a charmed person that has no physical projection, wind would have no effect on it. That would go through just fine.
Yeah. Everything's like internalized. Nothing's really outside the tower per se. Like any.
No, you're seeing absolutely nothing. No
Yes.
external structures. No.
So outside of physically going to the tower, I'm not going to see anything. Could I at least try to have a second opinion on how high up the wind buffeting goes? How many feet up into the air?
I mean, as far as you can tell, there is no top to it. I mean, obviously there has to be a top to it, but you have no ability to tell where that is.
Can I just keep going up until I?
Sure, and that's what I said. Like,
Oh,
you would get to a point where you're
up.
uncomfortable trying to fly higher.
All right, it's really high up.
Yeah.
Nothing short of going down via ship, atmosphere level high.
And you would, like, ships don't go straight up and down.
Yeah.
So it'd be extremely difficult to do that.
I think would I know if true seeing would allow me to see the wind's location, or would it still be wind? I mean, what I'm wondering if I could see like an outline of the wind if I had it up.
You're not sure about that.
Alright.
Because it's not invisible per se.
It's still wind.
Yeah, but it's not invisible per se.
It's a magical emanation. I assume I would get like an overlay of
magic is controlling it, but it's still wind.
Oh. So this is natural wind, but it's being pushed around by a magical force.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah, think of it as natural wind, but it's directed and controlled magically. So the wind itself is not per se magical. Now, a dispel magic might still work on it. You don't know.
Yeah.
It would probably be very unlikely to work. But that's because magic is affecting it, as opposed to the wind itself being magical.
I'll start heading all the way down to the floor and eventually going to start heading back towards the agreed upon location where Finn is at.
Okay.
As I go down towards the ground, I want to see how far towards the ground it is. If people can like sneak under it, or if they have to army crawl under it, or...
The wind is right down to the ground, although the ground is rough.
Is it damaging? Does it?
You can see an obvious bare spot on the ground, like even moss isn't growing around there, kind of thing.
All right, yeah. So it is. All right, yeah. No, then that's an obvious landmark. Can I gauge now that I can see that? Can I gauge how thick the wall is? Wind wall.
Good 20 feet.
Alright. So spells like Dimension Door and stuff could go in there easily enough.
Anything
might
that
be,
ignores the space in between is will work just fine, yeah. At least as far as you know. There might be other magical protections.
Yeah, I don't have an. Oh, I do have to tap magic. I haven't cast it.
Well, you'd have to turn back into...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it have a material component? Hang on. E-tact. I might be able to do it as a sprite thing. Oh. Holy symbol. Alright, that's not happening. Alright, now then I just go back to where the agreed point is with Finn.
Okay. So, you do find Finn there. Finn, you haven't been waiting that long. Maybe 20 minutes at the most. When Lafdul arrives. And you're going to cast the telepathy?
Yeah. Well, I had assessed for a few seconds to see that it's not spooked by a random eagle,
fine.
I guess.
Yeah, it's fine. Alright,
Yeah,
so what do you guys want to discuss?
Yeah, I'll relay the information about a call lightning should go straight down on it. Easily enough. I don't think there's any obstructions, but that wind wall goes really, really high. Like, unless you're flying a ship directly down from above, you're not getting through that. I don't think there's any easy way to tell where it's wind. Unless you're an air elemental, I guess.
I have another spell that lets me control winds, especially close around me, so I should be able to get us through it.
Well, the winds looked natural, but it is magically propelled. That device, it isn't magical wind per se, there aren't natural winds. The device is just manipulating the natural wind. You should be able to wrest control off of it once it's been set on a course, I guess.
So you're thinking of control winds?
Yes.
Alright. Let me look up the spell while, because Lafdul might have some insights based on what he has seen. So give me a second. You guys can keep discussing.
Is there any way to gauge how strong that wind was? Like the force behind it?
Strong enough that it would just, like, absolutely throw you around as that eagle if you had entered it.
So you'd struggle as like a hippogriff or something?
I would probably throw that around too. A rock might be able to get through it, but in part that would be...
You on about the giant rock? Or...
a ROC, rock, bird. A rock bird. It would be, like... One of the reasons why it might be able to get through is just because it's so big.
Yeah. No, I actually have control winds on a scroll, actually. 14th level. Oh. I'd be able to coordinate something with you or something, I don't know. What level spells control winds, Finn? Off the top of your head?
5th.
Yeah. Is there any other kind of spell you would rather have if I were to potentially give you that scroll?
No, I was planning on using the spell, so.
Alright, let's... Oh, there was something I've only just thought about now. Maybe you allow it to be retroactively thought about at the time. Were there like anchor points for the Rainbow Bridge, like places where I think I could, I cast it for the scroll, the Rainbow spell, make a bridge. Is there like a good area for me to like force a bridge through So that dwarves can go in single file, I guess, into the
You
tower
would
or
definitely
something.
need to get rid of the wind first, because anything on that bridge, like the bridge would probably go through just fine, but anything trying to walk along that bridge would just get blown off. But yeah, there's
Well, that
plenty
could-
of places you could do that.
I would discuss that with Finn. Would control winds would dissipate the wind around that bridge, then people could just walk in from mid-level.
Well, at the very least, it creates the eye around me, which is always calm.
That's useful. I mean, I have it on the scroll as well, so. What does this campsite look like? Oh, by the way, have I seen anyone fly off?
No, there's like just a sliver of sun above the horizon at this point, though.
It's going to be soon
Yeah.
when they send out a patrol.
Yeah.
We should. How long has it been?
2 hours or so.
Ooh. How long do I think it took me to get here? Because I mean, I got out to safe if I start free falling.
You can definitely get back to the camp flying in half an hour.
All right, so I got a little bit of playtime.
Yeah.
Even if I pull up short, I can just land on the ground and just walk
Yeah.
the rest.
And if you fly
Half
close
an
enough to the ground, especially if you take a small bird form, then you know, worst case scenario is that you get a little skin knee kind of thing falling.
Sounds silly, old. Can I use a granted power while flying?
Generally not, no.
Oh. This eagle flies by and uses chaos on that group of flyers. What about as a pixie form? Well, I guess I could as a pixie. Then I would be visible. I really want to disrupt that scout patrol tonight. I mean, they would just potentially send out another scout patrol, but any suggestions, Finn, or anything you think of? Just try and delay them like one night. It gives dwarves more time to make ground, you know, before they send out, start preparing, I guess.
And not make it obvious that it was done to them?
It's not going to matter if it was done to them. I mean, if
like at this point, the main thing that you'd be able to do with something like that is hide the numbers of dwarves coming. The fact that something is coming and it's probably dwarves, that's obvious even now.
Yeah. Guess the scouts want to try and get an idea of numbers and potential plans. If I can make
that
them
also
lose...
gives me another idea too. When we approach the tower, we should approach it from the opposite side of where the dwarf army is.
Yeah.
Since the dwarf army will be demanding some attention.
We could be like a splinter force. That would be where the docks are, I believe. Makeshift docks.
One of them is, yes.
And there was a way into one of the castle tower structures through that makeshift dock.
So there. I mean, yeah. There's once you there's one single door down at ground level.
Yeah.
Once you get up above that, once you get to any of the promenades, kind of parapet areas, there's quite a few doors. Lots of ways.
Oh, yeah, because they're just relying on the wind to protect them, otherwise they'd be so vulnerable. Alright. Did you spot any hazards on the way? I asked him about his trip.
I'll explain what I saw on the way through.
It's a shame
and my trail markings.
Yeah, nothing that's going to seriously impede the party.
Because I know Solas has, and he's here this time, he has Lealman's tiny hut. Do I think that could potentially be placed in such a way to camouflage our group if we're all within it.
It wouldn't camouflage anything. It's kind of obvious.
I can blend in with terrain.
Can it do that, Solas?
You can take on.
It can take any opaque color that you choose.
Oh, opaque.
So, yeah, it makes it harder to see from far away, but if you're close enough, it should be visible.
Would Braxon, when he's finished looking at things, be able to help collect dust to throw on the outside of the hut? Would it stick?
It's like a force field that surrounds
Yeah.
Solas.
Yeah.
It wouldn't stick since anything can.
Yeah, it doesn't hold
Pretty
anything
much
up.
anything can go through, but
Oh, I see.
I mean, that doesn't mean Lankas can't put illusion around it, though. So actually, I think we got that base covered. Solas with
Also
the tiny heart, Lankas with illusion.
Also, the hut is immobile.
Yeah, but the idea is that they don't.
Okay, right
instantly
now, you guys aren't with the rest of the party. So
yeah, no, I'm just theory crafting with the whether or not.
Right. So wait until you're with the rest of the party to do that then.
I get an idea of how much space it's got to work with.
I mean, the area this campsite has a lot of space. The problem with it is that it's completely hidden from view from the tower because of a little bit of a cliff. It's about 15 feet high. So like you'd be down in a bit of a little bit of a ravine. The problem is that from any other direction, there's no cover. There's no hiding. So any patrol flying by you, short of you taking some precaution, would easily see you guys like sleeping there, kind of thing.
How high is between point A and point B being opposite ends? How far does that span?
What, the ravine?
That we'd be potentially being in. I'm just wondering if it's like 100 foot between the two walls, I guess.
Well, so you got a sheer wall on the tower side and a gentle slope on the other.
Oh, so oh yeah, all right.
So it's a good
great.
safe campsite. Even if it rained, like the specific spot that you'd be camping on is actually a bit higher than the rest, so the water wouldn't pool there. It's relatively flat. It's a good spot for setting up a camp, but it only offers this protection from the tower itself. That's the reason why you guys decided to leave. Have the dwarves camp where they're camping now.
Outside of using magical protections, it's going to be fairly obvious to a patrol.
Right, but also, like, that assumes that a patrol actually flies over it.
Yeah.
Which is it's not guaranteed.
I'm keeping an eye out for a patrol.
Okay, well, now that you guys have, like, is there anything else that you two want to discuss?
Generally, I don't think so.
Finn?
Nothing else I can think of.
Okay. Then what do you guys want to do now? Head back? Keep watch for a little bit? What?
I've only got about I need to give myself at least half an hour, so I assume we got like 10, 15 minutes of playtime.
I mean, once you cast the telepathy spell, you can converse with Finn while watching the tower.
I guess
So like you like once the telepathy spell ends, you could be like, okay, I'm heading back now.
Yeah, I guess.
And that hopefully will give you enough time.
Yeah. I don't know. Finn kind of wanted to observe and see what happens with the wind when they let a patrol out.
Okay.
Are you potentially staying here overnight, or are you actually going to head back?
I haven't really decided that yet.
Well, from what you know, they will likely bring the wind down shortly after dark so that their patrols can go out.
And then they do it again shortly before dawn.
Yeah.
Okay. Since I know that much, I don't need to stay.
Well, you will have a better view, so you could wait until the patrol goes out, see what happens when the wind barrier goes down, and then head back. If you feel that there's some information you can get out of that.
From the ground, I probably can't get the information I would want.
I was thinking I could potentially infiltrate, but it would make getting back a bit difficult. When they bring down the wind barrier, I mean, someone could just sneak in.
Odds are you'd be stuck there until you can catch the wind down again, though. If you don't get caught before that.
I'm just trying to think of ways of going under the ground. Well, he said. I mean, I got control winds on the scroll. That could be my egress if I really do need to leave.
Right, but chances are, so you two thinking about this, and like Finn, Finn, I think you've cast that spell before, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're not sure exactly how it's going to interact with this whole thing. You're fairly confident that you will be able to create an area where you can pass through at least. But it's going to be pretty obvious to anyone looking.
Getting an idea of how long they keep the barrier down for might be worth a potion of gaseous form. I can imagine that ending so well if I get dispersed in all directions. I wonder what would happen if you have oil of slipperiness, if the wind would just buff it around you.
No.
Oh.
Slipperiness has nothing to do with wind.
I have a potion of digging. Use that to dig underground my way out. But yeah, I would have a hole or something obvious.
So, Finn, are you out of bird forms for today?
No, the only form I've used is the
Ammo.
So, what were you thinking about? Like, you said something about being on the ground wouldn't get you the information you wanted.
I just wanted to see if someone has to actually interact with the crystal to
Okay.
turn it on and off.
I mean, you could use your bird form, fly up, wait for the barrier to go down.
It's an idea. I could go eagle form. See what I can observe.
Okay. And then fly back to the camp?
Yep.
All right. Lafdul, are you going to start making your way back to camp now?
How long? Well, once the telepathy ends, I will.
Yeah.
If it's ended, then yeah, I'll start heading back.
Okay. Yeah, when it ends, they will not have brought down the barrier yet.
All right, yeah, so I would have head back.
Okay. All right, so you start making your way back, and Finn, you want to take an eagle form and fly up and like circle around the tower until they bring it down?
Yeah.
Okay. And
if
then
I can actually observe someone actually like walking up to the crystal or something.
Yep. All right, so back at camp. Two dwarves are going to be on watch at all times. But does anyone else want to be on watch?
Is this the same day that I did the scrying?
Probably.
Okay.
I'll take watch.
Solas would have actually wanted to go with Braxon to look the crystal with the spyglass.
Well, Braxon,
Okay.
right now, Braxon only identified a spot to view the tower from with his spyglass. He hasn't actually gone and done that yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but when
he
he's
came back.
going to.
He came back because they can see us from the sky.
So
So yeah, you can be ready with Braxon.
So then, Solas, do you want to like be on first watch? You'd have enough time to sleep after that, and you only have like it's
Yeah.
only 4 hours to the next to campsite anyway.
Yeah, if Solas has to be on the watch, then he would take the first.
Well, I mean, if that's like, I mean,
If you
I'm
wanna
not sure
observe
exactly what you
something.
want to do with Braxon.
I think he wants to look through the spyglass at the tower and see what he can gather about how it's constructed.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to like? Do you want to be on watch with Braxon while doing that, so you can observe other things, or do you just want like a 10-minute view?
It's like the 10-minute view. Solas just want to study the tower and the crystal to see if he can get some information.
Okay, well you won't be able to see the crystal from where you guys are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and when the sun goes down, it's probably just going to be silhouetted.
Yeah,
So
and
it
it's
might
going to
be a
be
bit tough.
kind of hard to see the tower, like the construction details. So, you would want to view the tower before the sun goes down, which which would risk giving your position away.
Yeah.
Can you use spyglass while invisible?
No.
Because
the spyglass is invisible.
if
Can't look through it.
if we're likely to get a reflection that gives our position away now, does that mean the sun comes up from the other direction in the morning?
Yeah, it's just like the thing is more like it might give your position away.
Yeah. But what I mean is, if the sun's coming at us now, would it be safer for Solas to look at the tower as the sun rises?
It might be.
Well, is Braxon able to figure
It's
this
just
out?
all about the angles. It's just all about the angles.
All right.
It's just
would
basically
Braxton,
a chance.
would Braxton be able to find a spot that might be safer?
You found the best vantage spot right now.
Okay.
So again, like you're not an expert on light angles and things like that.
Okay.
So the thing is more of just like this is a serious concern, and you don't know for sure how it'll handle, how it'll react.
Okay, Braxton will have a conversation about that with Solas. Do you want to chance it? Because I was going to wait for the sun to start going down, and then I want to try and have a look at where all the different groups are going. So I want the sunglass when the shield goes down. But you could ask Ockar if he'll lend you his, and we could both have a spyglass. But that will be twice as much chance of getting spotted with a reflection.
Due to what Lankas' goal is to make basically a camera, would he be expert in light angles?
Yes.
So Solas would consult Lankas.
Lankas?
I mean, yeah, I'll try and figure out where a good spot would be.
All right.
I can help with that.
Give me an engineering check, please. Okay. You're actually pretty confident that in the evening, the sun is in a bad position to give away your position with the spyglass. In the morning, it's in a pretty good position to give away your position with the spyglass.
Okay.
Okay, so we should check. We should look in the.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're good now.
All right. So you
All
two
right.
want to go up?
Yeah. Do you want to ask Ockar if he'll lend you his spyglass?
Sure.
Yeah, Solas asks Ockar.
Okay.
I'll let him borrow it. Just make sure you don't break it. Those things are expensive.
I will do my best.
Okay. So you go up to the
If you
spot.
break it, you buy it. You have to pay for a new one.
All right. So you two go up to the spot that Braxon identified before. And take up a position. So Solas, you cannot see the crystal. It is, and from what you've heard, what you've been described, it would be completely hidden from this angle. But what are you looking at? What do you want to try to figure out?
I will use my engineering to see if I can spot any weak points in the tower that we could potentially exploit, like for example making an entrance to the dwarves easier.
All right.
With the spells.
Go ahead and give me an engineering check, please.
That's a success.
Okay. You do not spot any weak points, but you are also, looking at it through a spyglass. It is very solidly constructed. However, given its shape and size, if you have some way to make a hole in the tower at the base, it is very unlikely to destabilize the tower.
Okay.
So it wouldn't cause the tower to collapse, but you could, you could probably make an entrance if you have some way of making a hole in it. Now, it's very likely that the walls at the bottom of the tower are pretty thick. So you'd have to keep that in mind. So something like a lightning bolt would not do anything. Like that you can be confident of.
You've got Lance of Disruption, which is designed for that, though.
It is not designed for breaking through a solid brick wall, stone wall.
It can break through some walls and doors, but I think the tower is big enough that the walls are a bit too thick.
I mean, a lightning bolt can probably destroy any of the doors that you can see.
Yeah. Lance of Disruption. It says that thin wooden walls or fragile stonework.
Yeah, this is definitely nothing you're seeing is fragile stonework.
Yeah.
Maybe the parts of the parapet kind of thing.
Yeah. It says that heavy stonework and even sturdy ironbound doors can be seriously damaged by Lance of Disruption.
Yeah, but that's not like
not make a hole.
And definitely not the base of this wall.
Yeah.
Interior walls or walls up near the top, yeah, that might cause some damage, but like that would have no effect on a castle wall at all.
Yeah, but for example, potentially using stone shape, we could widen the door entry on the ground floor.
Is Solas talking about this to Braxon?
Yeah, he would mention it.
Yeah, he'd say, yeah, if you can loosen the door, we can kick the door in.
I mean, stone shape could potentially work.
Would stone shape be able to
hold on, real fast. Lightning bolt or Lance of Disruption would easily destroy the external door.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about making the entrance bigger.
I understand. I'm just saying.
They might have put protective spells on one of the doors, or all of the doors. Would any of your spells be more effective at erasing spells that might be protecting the doorways?
I mean, Dispel Magic can do that if it succeeds.
Yeah.
spare one if we need it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Solas would discuss with other clerics in the party that have access to Stone Shape about potentially making the entrance bigger for when the dwarves enter the fray.
Work stone, right?
Stone Shape works on shaped stone.
Let me look.
It doesn't actually say that it has to be unworked.
Okay, well, if you want to go back to discuss that with people,
No, that would be when we return.
Okay, well, Braxon wants to hang around long enough to see the patrols take off if he can, and try to guess how many patrols there are and roughly what
Yeah, I can
direction
take stone
they're in.
shape.
You don't need to take spells just yet, because you can have a discussion once Finn and Lafdul are back. Braxon, that would be going into first shift. So you want to take first shift?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be on the outside though for first shift.
Okay. All right. So Finn is definitely going to get back after the sun sets. Lafdul, you will get back basically around the time that first shift would start. Do you want to wait until Finn is back to discuss anything?
No. Relay what I knew, and I'll say what Finn was doing.
Right, but it's more, do you have things that you want to discuss with specific people, or do you want to wait until Finn so that the whole party can discuss things? I'm fine with a hand wavy, I tell them everything that I learned.
Yeah, I tell them everything I learned, but I would like Lankas and Solas' specific opinion about potentially making an illusion over Lelm's tiny hut or something. If the patrol goes past, they just don't see us if we time it right.
The hard part about that is that, I mean, I can keep an illusion up for as long as I concentrate on it, but, you know, I can't sleep while casting an illusion, so...
Right.
It's only got to be up for patrol going out.
Well, you'd have to, no, I mean, once a patrol is out, then they're patrolling. They could spot you at any time, including when they go back. You understand?
I mean,
I would presume that the patrol would be ranging out rather than staying close to the tower.
It depends on what their patrol route is. And it depends on what their goals for the patrol is. But also, there's no, they're not necessarily going to fly over you when they leave. You're one single campsite. And, and there's 360 degrees around the tower that they could be, they could fly over. But also, they could fly back over you.
Or during the patrol at some point.
It sounds
Since I would think that they would do some kind of loop close perimeter around the tower.
It sounds.
And were you thinking of doing this over night or at some point in the day?
I'm just thinking for like a forward attack, just before we go to attack or something, in case they just happen to send out a patrol.
That would be doable.
You just need to skip one potential spotting of us, I guess.
Again, I could keep up an illusion spell as long as I concentrate on it. I don't know if there's any downside for having an extended concentration on a spell.
It mostly, so you can only do that for a certain amount of time. I think it's 8 hours.
Okay.
But of course you can't do anything else while you're concentrating.
Oh, I know.
So
that would be my job if we wanted to do this, but
How many? Was there any like shrub life near that place that's like an hour away from the tower?
There's some small plants.
Bigger than the tree spell that can imitate a small shrub?
They're not like people-sized plants.
Oh, so it's even it's like the size on like a foot tall, I guess.
Yeah.
There is
I was-
hallucinatory terrain I could cast. That would
Yeah.
last 8 hours.
Huh?
But
That
I
might do it.
don't- It just but I don't think it hides structures, just terrain.
No, but it would give us obscurement if we're. Because it would be an illusion of a covering. We could see them, but they couldn't see us. Because they would just see like a barefaced wall or something. But if they're familiar with the patrol roll, they realize the terrain's
Yeah.
changed.
No, and that's the thing. I'd have to change some aspect in order to make it like hide us, and that would, if they recognize something's different, that would give us away immediately. So,
But they
No,
would
that's
have to
fine.
recognize it.
and
You
that,
could
and that's one I
maybe-
wouldn't have to concentrate on. I just cast it.
One is a guaranteed chance that they almost certainly see us. The next one is like an almost guarantee that they don't.
Lankas, if we got a rock overhang, you could maybe make it look like some rocks falling down where
There is no
Where the
rock
little-
overhang at the other camp.
It could be like
Oh,
a bunch of rocks or
okay.
something. An illusion of
There
People
there
are
are
not
things that
rocks.
you might be able to do. You might want to discuss that when you actually get there, and
Yeah.
he can actually
I
see
feel
it.
like there's a chance. Like one requires full effort from me, and the other is just a chance they'll see. So it's like it kind of depends on what we need to do.
Yeah. So we'll put it this way: if you feel the need to hide your camp in that way, hallucinatory terrain is going to be your best bet.
If only I had the time to research Leomund's hidden lodge, that would solve the problem.
I'll find it on the scroll.
It's perfectly camouflaged camp.
Okay. So after a little bit, Finn, you will return to camp, having viewed what you need to view.
Okay.
And you can share what you learned. Braxon, you can also return to camp and let the party know what you saw as well,
Yeah.
because both of you would be observing the same thing, just from different points, essentially.
Okay.
So, Braxon, you wanted to see the patrols.
Yeah.
You saw at least 2 leave in
Right.
different directions. Finn, you saw 3 patrols leave in different directions. And Finn, you did see someone go and interact with the crystal
Okay.
to bring
Right.
down and to bring back up the wind. And it does
And
take a
about how
couple
long did it-
rounds to fully, like, to drop the wind and start it back up again.
Okay. And about how long did they leave it down?
Not very long. A couple rounds at most.
Were they using a
Okay.
device or were they using
They're using the crystal.
incantations?
They were using the crystal. You're
Well,
not sure exactly
no.
what the person was doing?
Were they holding a device or?
Not that he could see, but he could see like the light of the crystal change slightly. So you could tell that they were interacting with the crystal in some way. Whether they were chanting something, using command words, casting a spell, using a device, no idea. Because it was already dark and
Need
he's
spellcraft for
pretty
that.
far away. No, doesn't need spellcraft for that. That's more of a, this is what you can see from that, tell from this point.
Oh, well done.
The spellcraft would not have helped there.
Can someone be scryed on if they know enough of the person, or do they have to have physically seen them?
All you need to
Or
be is
scry crystal ball.
informed. All you need to be is informed. Minimum.
Then describe.
Finn cannot scry with
Person.
the crystal ball.
No, tell Solas
Yes, you
or
can.
Lankas. You can even time pool that, actually. It's an event that happened.
Yeah, but he's not going to be able to get too much more information about that, because part of the
but a
problem was
bunch
how
of-
dark it was.
You can center the location directly on the person, though, surely, or the crystal itself.
I mean, yeah, maybe you can get more information. It's up to you. It's
Is
up to
that
him
way
if he
we
wants to
would
try.
know? Yeah, obviously, I'm just bringing it up.
And I will
learn-
say one advantage of time pooling is that that would give Lankas more information to then use a scrying, to use the or Lankas or Solas to use the crystal ball, if one of them wanted to. Like, because they would actually see the person. It wouldn't just be telling about the person. So it has that advantage. Anyone have any thoughts? Anyone have any questions? I'm waiting on you guys.
I'm looking at something. No, I am. I'm looking at something now.
So, how many people do we have here who can make themselves look like a Finnel'ar or something flying, and then wait for the barrier to go down and fly in through the barrier at the same time?
This discussion is
Myself.
happening before sleep, right?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, I could in theory prepare that tomorrow.
Yeah, I could as myself, Lankas, and Solas, I think, are the only three that can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you could make yourself look like Finnel'ar.
Oh yeah, I got Heart of Disguise as well, so technically full.
Polymorph.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying originally.
What do you guys think? Do you think it would be viable to be there before the shield comes down? Maybe going there in the night and then waiting for the patrol to come. No, you probably want to wait for the patrol to go out.
Yeah, then we sneak in or storm in.
Yeah,
or
sneak in at the same time and then try to bring down the shield. Mind you, it might be a bit obvious to the patrols. Might make the patrols come back.
Yeah. That's how it's done.
My main concern though is there'd be three of you stuck there.
What
The
happened to
thing
scaling
is
the walls?
that
Oh, yeah, I'd say it's relatively easy for Breruk, but anyone
I
else that
think
probably
Old
needs
has
supports.
I think Old has said that if the wall is down, it would be pretty obvious for people there.
Yeah.
And during nighttime is when the Finnel'ar are more active, so they would also have more guards there.
That's true. That's true.
So having the wall down longer than that few rounds that the patrols go out would most likely cause a quite quick alarm.
Yeah.
Thing is, we don't need to when we go ahead of the army. We just need to go and cause as much havoc as possible. We don't have to win the fight.
Yeah.
That's the army.
No, as long as we can take down that crystal, we're good.
Yeah, or
I'm trying to think of the best time for us to attack, because it seems like our
the
two
wolves
choices.
attack.
Yeah,
Didn't we talk?
but it seems that our two choices are some near sunrise and near sunset.
No, because they're like 12 hours apart before the dwarves arrive in one scenario, and the other one's not.
Yeah.
So the
We also
dwarves
talked
would
about-
tell you that they plan to attack during the day, and they hope to have this thing down during the day,
Right.
because they are going to like that is going to give the dwarves a big advantage.
Yeah, because Finnel'ar are generally
do it at
sleeping
dawn.
during that time.
Yeah.
We attack
Here-
at dawn.
well,
And they
Here's
don't
a-
fight as well in sunlight.
Here's another question then. I think it might be Solas that had this spell. Somebody had a spell that took us to like the ethereal plane or something.
Solas.
So
Actually, Ockar might have that now if he's got access to
Don't worry
Astral.
about who has it right now. Go
Yeah.
on. What are you thinking? What are you
Would-
thinking?
Access to Astral?
would we maybe be able to get through the wind on another plane and then come back inside the spell and then try and take out the gem?
It depends completely on what kind of magical protections there are.
Yeah,
There are some things that block going through ethereal.
that's true. I mean,
One
it's
one
possible,
thing
yeah.
one thing that you can know for sure is that the winds would not affect you on the ethereal plane.
Yeah.
You could get through the
But,
wind entirely on the ethereal plane. Now, the
Mhm.
question is whether they have any kind of magic protections in the tower itself that would prevent your ability to enter the tower that way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But that could be used to get past the wind. For sure. Like guaranteed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
'Cause that
again,
could be a
worst
way to
case
get all
worst
of
case
the stuff.
scenario is that you're still stuck on just on the ground on the other side of the wind.
Yeah.
Is the wind so
what's the
strong
wind,
that you can't like walk along the ground?
Army crawler.
In some places you can definitely crawl, because again, like little divots in the ground, little ditches, little depressions. The wind can't get down into all of those, so you can crawl under it there. On parts where the ground itself is like relatively flat compared to the wind, you might be able to crawl, but it's going to depend a lot on weight, strength, and other factors.
If you're Lankas,
Got it.
yes. If you're Darrakar, no.
Actually, I would
Teleportation an
say
option?
Actually, I'd
say
reverse
it's the other
that.
way around. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right then. Did you?
Well, yeah. Gnome goes
did-
flying.
Real fast.
Did-
Darrakar, you had a question?
Yeah, I was wondering if teleportation was an option.
Good question.
Yeah, Lever was the only one that actually learnt the spell.
Okay.
So I guess that's a no.
I bought a scroll and I gave it to Solas because he said it was going to
I have
learn it.
Dimension Door, which could help with like me and one other person, basically.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Does someone have a
maybe you
scroll of
and-
teleportation?
I do, but I do have a scroll of teleportation that I haven't used yet. There was plan on potentially using it during the Casafren adventure, but we didn't go that route.
Okay, so that is a possibility. Dimension Door and teleport, that could get a few people up to the top, for example.
So what Braxon was going to say, that sounds like a good option to have. Did you bring your rabbit, and could it tunnel underneath where the wind goes?
I do have the rabbit, but how thick is the wind wall?
20 feet.
20 feet. I'm just thinking the wind wall might just keep on extending even though you keep digging out. So you'd have to dig under it
Yeah.
sufficiently for the
and
wind to not cause it to cave in from constantly pushing it.
And the dig spell, how the rabbit operates is it's pretty obvious. It's not very hidden.
Oh, I don't care if they see it. I just care if we can get under the wind.
Yeah, I mean, if you can do, like, if you can get in, get to the crystal, and then do whatever you think is necessary to destroy or disable the crystal, you know, all within the space of, like, one turn, 10 minutes, there's a limit to the amount of response they can raise to that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I actually think a two-pronged attack might be a good idea here, where some people kind of approach from the bottom and then a few people maybe teleport to the top to try and get their response to the bottom while they're moving away from the crystal, so that way people who can deal with the crystal can deal with the crystal.
That
I'm
sounds
not
cool.
sure how I like the idea of splitting the party because
I
that
love it.
tends to be when things get the most complicated and the most harrowing because we're not all there to support each other.
Especially
Yes and-
since especially since the tower has the population of a few scores at least.
And also,
Yeah.
I have a feeling that those that go to the top are probably going to have the harder battles, since I imagine the leadership is closest to this big crystal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that depends on how it goes, but I feel like a response would be they'd try and take advantage of the wind to try and repel the people at the bottom as they approach. And we do need a way for them to get under, even if it's like the obvious burrowing. That might actually be an advantage. They'd send some people down.
I just thought of something.
Well, hold
you-
on. Finish your thought.
Yeah,
Lankas.
and I just think that I feel like, yes, the people at the top would probably have to deal with fewer stronger people, and the people at the bottom might have to deal with more weaker. But either, if we attack all at once, we're going to be dealing with everyone all at once anyway. So I feel like it's kind of just,
Also, there's a if you have a distraction down at the bottom, and people up at the top to disable the crystal, and then once the crystal's disabled, the people at the bottom then have a way up to the top, just as the dwarves are coming in. Then you've created this distraction. You've got your reinforcements up at the top with the rest of the party, and the dwarves can take care of the stuff down at the bottom, kind of thing. You could try something like that if you can.
Yeah, I think this, because we've been focusing a lot on getting past the wind wall, but I feel like we do have a few ways up there. But I feel like the bigger issue is more if we then we're just cornered on a roof, which might actually be harder if we're all up there.
It's harder for them because less of them can funnel towards us.
I mean,
They might have numbers, but they've only got a small entrance. Well, I guess they got all the flying.
they have at least a way to
except,
escape
Hold
the
on.
roof.
Hold on. Ockar, go ahead.
And I imagine some of us at least have ways to get back down from the roof if needed. Like, I have wind column where I could basically create a featherfall for myself. And I also have the flying wolf that could get somebody else out of there if we need to retreat.
I have Featherfall. Can that affect multiple people or just one?
It's really
I think
just
Featherfall's multi-target.
I mean, it can be an area of effect, but that is only 10 feet. So once you get past that,
we'd all
then
have to jump together.
There is a second level spell that is like a mass slowful. I don't think you have that.
So Featherfall can basically be used in two different ways. One, slow your fall, your personal fall. Two, create an area where anything entering it is affected by Featherfall. But once it gets through it, then it's affected by normal falling again.
Do you regain your inertia that you originally had?
No, but you gain new inertia. So if you're falling 200 feet and you cast it midway, then you'd only take 100 feet worth of falling damage. But it's it's not the kind of, you can't really pinpoint exactly when you're going to cast it, kind of thing. So you can't just cast it at the bottom.
Well, wait. I'm reading the spell. So when this spell is cast, creatures or objects affected immediately assume the mass of a piece of down, and when the duration ceases, normal rate of falling occurs. It can be cast upon the wizard or some other creature or object up to the maximum range and lasts for 1 round per each level of the wizard. Featherfall affects one or more objects or creatures in a 10-foot cube. as long as the maximum weight of the creatures or objects does not exceed a combined total of 200 pounds.
Plus 200 per
Oh.
level.
Plus 200 pounds per
Um,
level of the spellcaster. So it creates a 10-foot cube around the selected target of the spell to create a Featherfall AoE, and anything or anyone within that AoE is affected by Featherfall
Yeah, that's
until
fair.
they reach the ground or the duration runs out.
You have to guide
Yeah,
your
if
thought
everyone
into it,
jumps
though.
together at the same time, then you could all have Featherfall on, and the weight isn't over the limit.
Yeah.
So I like there's that, and I think multiple people can have multiple options in case one person can't join the Featherfall, but I think it'd be good to I don't know, I like the idea because I feel like yes, it'll split things, but it'll split things in a way that will probably just combine everything if we all attack together anyway.
Yeah.
I got a thought. If Finn does his lightning bolt thing, but it doesn't destroy the crystal, could you make an illusion that the crystal was damaged or is more damaged than it should be, or something? Or now the crystal's now malfunctioning because of an illusion?
I mean, he can create an illusion of anything he wants. The question is whether it's believable.
We don't necessarily. There's a side of me that thinks so. You don't necessarily need to destroy the crystal per se if you just make it appear like that it's not working.
But it
you
needs
have
to actually not
disable
work.
the powers.
Yeah,
What I mean is, you might just turn it off.
We
No,
don't know how to turn it off.
I mean, if you could figure out how to turn it off, then yeah, you can do something like that. One thing that I will note is that with the amount of flying that Finn and Lafdul have done around the tower, you do know that there is a single continuous external route from the top to about the midway point down using stairs. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This is external?
Yes, external stairs.
Oh, cool. Okay. External stairs is great.
So we would only really have to get up halfway up the tower.
Well, depending on what you want to do, but what I mean, like, what that does is that there are ways to go. Obviously, with if the tower gets fully activated, then there's going to be a lot of people in those areas because those are external areas for being able to attack anyone coming in or something like that. But it does give you some extra options.
I'm leaning in towards my scroll of that has time pool on it, and lending it for Finn to use because he has witnessed this person interact with the crystal. Does that all allow us to choose what spells specifically or how we're going to go about this if we know exactly how this thing operates?
Okay.
I think this is a good use. I mean, I think it's good because we can change up our.
We've got a couple days yet, so I could just take the spell tomorrow.
Oh, we got time. I thought it was happening tomorrow for some reason.
No. You've got so the dwarves still have a couple days. On the third day, they're going to arrive, and they're going to arrive with enough time to do their attack.
Mm.
So their goal is to march a few hours and attack.
So basically, like from where we are now.
So you've got tomorrow where you have plenty of time, the day after where you've got plenty of time, and the third day that's the deadline.
All right. Don't need to rush it too much then.
So we should move camp day after then. So we're closer and ready to go.
We could potentially try
Sounds
and
good
see
to
if
me.
we can find another campsite. I mean, yeah, you looked at around, but
Hallucinatory terrain only lasts 8 hours, so we can definitely have to, break it up
what
quickly.
if we really want to see if there's like another campsite or if we can create one?
Oh, does someone have instant campsite? I think it's called something like that.
So the
I've got
problem is,
create
like,
campsite,
there's
so-
tons of places you can camp. The problem is camping with some degree of protection from being viewed by the tower.
Can we just like dig a hole in the ground and use shape stone to like reinforce it, doesn't cave in on itself?
I mean, depending on how many
Probably.
people you want to have in there, that would be like maybe one person.
With the dig spell,
You're dealing with bedrock here rather than like alluvial soil.
Windswept
you
rock.
just
Got
use
it.
soften rock and stone or whatever that spells.
Okay. How
this-
long does it take us to get to the tower from where our current camp is?
4 hours.
Assuming our current 4 hours. Okay.
Assuming that
I
you're
don't-
trying to stay hidden through that.
Yeah. Why do we need to be any closer?
Perhaps we should focus on just having a good watch rather than being hidden.
Well, one reason to be closer is that if you guys decide to do a preliminary scouting trip, then you're not spending 4 hours there, 4 hours back.
Yeah.
The other campsite's an hour away from the tower.
I'm
Okay.
putting it out, yeah. Tomorrow, I am thinking about actually infiltrating, like going in there and staying the 8 hours until they bring down the wall again.
Okay.
There's any?
So-
are you gonna do invisibility or
Yeah, I've
shapeshifting?
got. No, I mean, I take a whole assortment of spells for that. But I would be invisible for the most part and just going unencumbered and relying on my ability to be stealthy. Pretty
Okay.
good at it. And I've got polymorph if I need to, but obviously that's casting a spell. But
Could you cast polymorph on yourself first?
yeah,
So
it would
you
last
don't
3
need to
hours.
cast a spell.
Yeah, it's 3 hours per casting. I can take up to 3.
Fair enough.
So in theory, yes, I could have 9 hours, so it would
Yeah.
last, but there's obviously 3 chances I might
The-
get caught.
The only reason I
casting.
was suggesting that is if you needed to change into a mouse to hide under a door or something, you'd be able to do that straight away without waiting.
I can do that with reduced self anyway. It's
The only
really
thing,
small.
the only thing is, if anything goes wrong, we won't be able to come in and pull your chestnuts out of the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Lafdul has a lot of tools at his disposal to get out of dodge if I need to. If I
Yeah.
get
I'm gonna say
magically
good luck on this
held,
one. I'm gonna say good luck. I was like debating whether to go with you because I can also sneak, and have invisibility and stuff. But I'm like, nah, that sounds too dangerous.
you've got dimension door. You've got better odds of escaping than me, and you're scared.
He has to be able to cast a spell.
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't know.
Yeah,
This one
it's-
feels a little bit riskier than the Kazafrin because they're actively like on guard constantly.
Is Lafdul's apprentice going with him?
No, he's not qualified for that kind of.
Well,
agent.
there you go. See if if he doesn't trust you, why should the rest of us?
I'm kind of responsible for him. If he dies, and I get in bad books with all of my family,
True.
I'll probably be exiled.
Yeah, my gut feeling on this one is too risky. But you're free to go if you really want
yeah.
to.
I mean, I've got loads of means of getting out, so I just don't have literal teleports, which is like the best way of getting out.
Well,
They might have barriers against teleportation. We literally don't know.
I've had another thought. You said at the nearer camp, it's a lot harder to conceal where we are.
Mm-hmm.
Only from above.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
from every angle other than the tower angle.
Also around apart from 15 degrees, which is right in line beside the tower.
So if Solas was willing, would we be able to use his rabbit to dig a hole and put the Imma's tiny hut in the hole, and then maybe improvise something to cover up the top of the hole?
Funny enough, that might be better for illusory terrain because I could just make it look like flat terrain rather
Yeah.
than, having to make a boulder there or something,
Yeah.
which could be spotted.
Yeah, speaking of boulders, we regale the story of how we infiltrated how we rescued the half-elf emperor. And there was a boulder. It's very obvious to our druid friend.
The downside to excavating, though, is there would be a period of time where we'd be more visible and be probably creating some noise as well.
During the middle of the day.
So
also you would have to hide the excavation, the material you excavate.
That's true, but then what's that spell that Lafdul's been taking that gets rid of the evidence of us walking? Would that
wouldn't work?
disperse?
That wouldn't work there.
That just covers our tracks. That doesn't.
Oh right.
You need
that
like a
would
disintegrate to remove mass out of existence.
I don't think it would get rid of multiple cubic feet of.
Oh my!
I wasn't thinking about getting rid of it. I was thinking about smoothing it out.
Assuming the dirt counts as part of the terrain after it's been dug up, then I could just make it all look flat. The big thing is I can't cover up structures. That's why I'm like, I could paint over a structure, but I can't.
It wouldn't be dirt because, like Old said, this is bedrock, so it would be rocks.
Oh, I see.
Again, yeah, but as long as it's natural, I can cover it up. I can even make things not look like they're not there, as long as it's terrain.
I thought of this terrible idea. What if I use my ever-smoking bottle in the wind wall? Wouldn't it just like choke them out?
It would very likely just stay within the wall.
But they'd be completely stuck in and isolated.
Honestly, no. Honestly, that might be a good idea when we attack to completely block their line of sight.
It would take quite a long time for it to obfuscate.
Or even if we had like multiple sources of this form of
My point though is if we're already like in the process of attacking them and like doing that, it'll just cause more confusion, which might be a good idea.
But it would take a long time for it even to be really noticeable.
If Lafdul did decide to go into the base and hide there, that would be something he could do.
I mean, I did.
Hide the bottle.
Yeah.
No, I'm not
in the tower.
No, I'm not doing it while I'm inside the tower. I know it'd be a witch hunt for me.
Well, but it could be the thing that you do before you leave.
Yeah. No,
I think that's what he was getting at.
Well, I'd really rather not lose that bottle. It's so useful. Yeah, it's a possibility, I suppose. I mean, at the end of the day, they'll either destroy it or find a way of sealing it. If you don't know the command word, then yeah, destroy it probably. Is it safe to assume that using any form of gaseous form through that or attempting to go through that wind wall would be instant death?
No, it would not be safe to assume that. It would be safe to assume that gaseous form would not allow you to cross that barrier.
Else you would just be repelled.
I mean, it might kill you. I'm not saying that it wouldn't. I'm just saying that you can't assume that. It might just block you. It might tear you apart and kill you. Who knows?
You'd have to try it and find out.
You'd have to try it and find out. But
it might be dispersed for a while until you reform.
What you can know for pretty solid, pretty sure, is that that wind wall is going to block any kind of gaseous thing from crossing it.
What if you cast a smoke cloud on the inside?
It would probably be kept inside.
Isn't that a good thing for us?
I mean, that's what people were talking about, is you putting the ever-smoking
In the
bottle
cloud.
inside.
Yeah. Have you got any spells that, like Cloud Kill, that might knock people out?
Me now. The Mage, that's the wizards.
Okay.
Even if we did, like, if you're saying like infuse it into the wind wall, I feel like that would just be dissipate so fast.
Yeah,
No, I
those,
meant
those
if
spells
you,
do dissipate. with
if you
strong
got on
ones.
top of the tower and you put that inside the staircase in the tower,
Oh, because
it
it
might
sinks.
yeah, might kill the dwarves attacking from below as well, though.
I mean, it would disperse before it reached that low.
That'd have to be Solas because I don't have evocation.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah, and Cloud Kill is 5th level spell that I would have to have a research, so it...
don't have it on the scroll. Right.
No.
I got Death spell on the scroll.
It's a little different.
Yeah. Quite a bit different.
Okay, well, there was some talk about time pool and using the crystal ball. You guys want to readdress that?
That'll be next day, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, Finn, you want to use your spell, so next day?
It's
Yeah.
Finn.
I have to memorize it yet.
I'm sorry, you're pretty quiet.
Sorry, I said next day because I have to memorize it.
Okay. So, Solas or Lankas, do either of you want to try to view based on what Finn has told you, or do you want to wait until he does a time pool? Try to scry on that person.
Do you know how long you need to arrest?
I'll let Solas decide if he wants to do it.
I will try.
Does it reset the next day, per se?
It's per
The
day, yeah.
strain,
It's per day.
as long as you rest.
Yeah. So if it is the next day, I could be okay, but I'll let Solas do it today. I'll be safe. I'll be careful.
Risk your precious intellect.
Okay, let's see.
Do we have a rough idea of when the patrols go back?
Shortly before dawn. You're not sure that, like, it doesn't. You don't think that it has an exact time per se.
Okay. Because the reason I'm wondering is that if you're trying to scry on the person, that turns off the shield. That might be the best time to scry on them, because you might be able to see what they're doing.
So, it depends on what the goal is, and that's a fair point. Like, do you want to see them do something specific, or do you just want to get a better idea of who this person is?
At this point, who this person is, since I can try all again once the next day when they are taking down the wall.
Okay. Give me just a second. Okay. All right. Okay, so you're gonna try to scry on the person who used the crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is all before you go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You do not get a view. The crystal ball stays murky.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Okay.
There is one thing that I am doing before going to bed.
All right.
I'm casting Clairvoyance on the tower top to see the crystal.
Okay.
And through it, I'm going to be casting Detect Magic, the Wizard and Cleric version.
Okay, give me just a second. Let me check on something with that spell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wonder if you're. I know you didn't like the idea of using it, the prayer beads of reading someone's mind. If that could be used for.
It wasn't the beads that had the power. It was
the additional bit.
Yeah.
It wouldn't necessarily go by go through the through clairvoyance anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It might be worth. Wow.
Okay, so
that would work.
duration is 1 round per level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the spell creates similar sensor than
Yeah.
the crystal ball. Mm.
Okay. So you can see the crystal, and you're kind of looking down. You're up above because that's what you've been described. That's what it's been described to
Yeah.
you. You can see a narrow walkway around an opening in the floor, and the crystal is just stock still, not like floating, bobbing, or anything like that. But it is not attached to anything that you can tell. It's possible that there's some invisible physical things, but from best as what you can tell, there is it is fixed in place in the air, and it is a giant crystal. It has multiple crystal projections coming off of it and stuff like that. And on one side of this circular platform with the opening, there's an altar sticking out a bit towards it.
Okay.
And the altar itself, give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the altar itself is a large black stone table, solid stone, and you can see inscribed on the sides. Give me an intelligence check, please.
Mm-hmm. That's a success.
Okay. The symbols are abstract, but you realize that they are representing air. So the all the symbols around it are inscribed to represent air. And right behind the altar, in the circular wall, is a double door, and opposite there's another set of double doors that are very similar. There is one other door leading off this circular platform into the torus-shaped building that surrounds it all. And but there are a number of windows into rooms out there, but you can't really see into them very well. This crystal is giving off a dull red light. And let me see if you see any movement or anything like that. Give me just a second. Yeah. So passing as you're watching, you get about 10 minutes of viewing time. as
Yeah.
you're watching a final with a very expensive gown passes out of the double doors and heads towards the single door, knocks, and then is let in by someone inside there. And give me an
Okay.
intelligence check.
Okay. That's a success.
Okay. There was some small creature moving along behind with her, but you couldn't make out what it was. It was staying in the shadows.
So familiar.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Could be a homunculus, could be all kinds of things, though.
Mm-hmm.
She did not notice your scrying, though.
Mm-hmm. Do I see anything with the detect magic?
Yes. So there is very strong magic coming from the crystal and the altar.
Okay. I'm starting to think.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. I'm starting to think, since based on your description, they are somehow connected, that we might have to deal with both.
Quite possibly. Yeah, and the magic
go to destroy it.
that is like you can't make out what type of magic it is, because it's varying types and very, very strong.
Yeah. I'm thinking the magic on the altar is also strong.
Yes, both of them. And give me a spellcraft check.
Okay.
And this will be the last thing that you can learn from it.
That's a success.
The magic is tied together between the two.
Yeah, I figured so.
Okay, then the spell will end.
Once the spell ends, I will give a quick description of the things I saw to others, and then try to use the crystal ball on the person I saw.
Okay. It is actually about time for us to take our break, so let's do that when we come back. It's also be a good time for you guys to think about if you want to change up the watch order I have, which is Braxon, Ingritha, Darrakar, and then Lem. And if there's anything else that anyone wants to do before going to sleep. Sound good?
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Good time to stretch your legs, get something to eat or drink, and we will be back shortly, everyone. See you then.
See you shortly.
We'll see you then.